Welcome to English Stories. Here, you don't study English. You experience it. Tonight's story is about temptation and the moment just before a line is crossed. Take a breath. Let the world slow down and listen. She told herself it was just dinner. Just two old friends, meeting after years apart. Nothing dramatic, nothing dangerous. But when he closed the door behind her, the quiet sound of the lock felt louder than it should have. And suddenly, she wasn't sure she should be there at all. Layla hadn't seen Daniel in 4 years. Not since the night they almost admitted what they felt. Back then, she was single. Back then, it felt simple. He was leaving the city. She didn't want to complicate his decision. He didn't want to complicate her heart. So they didn't say anything. They hugged, and they walked away. That should have been the end. Last week, a message appeared on her phone. "I'm in town for a few days. Coffee?" That was it. No emotion, no explanation. She stared at the message longer than she wanted to admit. Her husband was traveling for work. The apartment felt too quiet at night. She could ignore it. She should ignore it. Instead, she replied, "Coffee sounds fine." Coffee turned into dinner. Dinner turned into a walk. And the walk ended outside his apartment building. "It's late," Daniel said casually. "You can come up for a drink, just to talk." Just to talk. Those words always sound safe. She hesitated, only for a second. Then she nodded. Now she was inside. The apartment smelled familiar. Soft music played in the background. Low lighting. Warm. Private. He looked older, more confident, but his eyes hadn't changed. "You look different," he said quietly. "Older?" She smiled. "Stronger?" She laughed softly. "Life does that." "Does marriage?" he asked. The question hung in the air. "Yes," she said carefully. "It does." They sat on opposite ends of the couch. Safe distance. Respectable distance. They talked about work, travel, old friends. But normal conversations don't last long when history is in the room. "Are you happy?" he asked. The question hit harder than she expected. "Yes," she said quickly. Too quickly. "You didn't think about it," he said softly. "I don't need to." Everyone needs to. Silence filled the space between them. He stood up, walked toward the kitchen. She watched him move, calm, steady. When he came back, he handed her a glass. Their fingers almost touched. Almost. It was small, but it wasn't nothing. "You didn't have to come," he said. "I know." "But you did." She didn't answer, because he was right. She wanted to see him. Not to do anything wrong, but to know.
Curiosity can be stronger than loyalty, and it doesn't feel dangerous at first.
Do you ever think about that night? He asked. She looked down. No. That's not true. He stepped closer, not touching, just close enough to change the air. I think about it, he said. About what we didn't say. That was years ago. Time doesn't erase everything. Her breathing changed. Her body remembered him, even if her mind tried not to. I'm married, she said firmly. I know. That matters. It does. Then why does this feel unfinished? For 1 second, she imagined it. Leaning forward, closing the space, letting curiosity win. It would be easy. Too easy. But easy decisions often cost the most. She stepped back. Physical distance. Breathing space. This is a mistake, she whispered. You're probably right, he said. You're not going to stop me? No. I don't want you to regret anything. That sentence stayed with her. She picked up her bag. At the door, she paused. If things were different, he began. They're not, she said gently. She opened the door. The hallway felt colder, safer. Nothing had happened. No kiss, no betrayal, no broken promises. But something had changed. Because sometimes, the moment before something happens is more powerful than the thing itself. That night, she lay in bed beside her husband. He slept peacefully. He trusted her. She had chosen him.
But her heart was restless, not because she had done something wrong, but because she had wanted to. Temptation doesn't disappear when you resist it. It waits. It whispers. It reminds you of what almost happened. She closed her eyes. She had opened a door, and she had closed it. But some doors stay in your memory. Quiet. Almost. Before we leave this moment, let's notice a few words from the story. Not to study them, just to understand them more clearly. Vocabulary. Temptation. A strong desire to do something even when you know you shouldn't. Hesitate. To pause because you are unsure. Curiosity. A strong desire to know something. Regret. A feeling of sadness about a decision. Resist. To stop yourself from doing something you want to do. And that's where we leave her. No kiss, no betrayal, just a choice. If you enjoy emotional stories like this, stories that let you feel English instead of memorize it, subscribe for a new episode every week. Listen, feel, grow. I'll see you in the next story.